So today we're going to be talking about the top 5 greatest shooting guards in the history of the NBA, and it's going to be an exciting list, and I think you guys are going to really love it. With that being said, this is Charles. I want to welcome you to the channel. Let's get into it. So topping off the list at number 1, we all know who it is. No need to even mention it, but for the purpose of this video, we're just going to say it. At number 1 is Michael Jordan. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is the greatest shooting guard of all time in the history of basketball. He has won 6 championships. He won 6 championships in a row without being defeated, minus the 2 years that he was out of the league. He's never been to a Game 7. He averaged 30 points in the playoffs for his career. He is the greatest basketball player of all time. And I think a lot of people put him as the greatest shooting guard because of his record in the playoffs. I think that's where you really build your name, and that's really the thing that I'm building this list off of. This list is built on your performance in the playoffs and by championships. Otherwise, it will be really hard to really differentiate these players. Well, Michael Jordan did it the best. He patented the fadeaway. He made everybody want to be like Mike. And there's no way that I would rank anyone above Michael Jordan as the greatest shooting guard of all time, because the facts say he's won 6 championships, he leads all of the guards, and he did it, with 6 finals MVPs. 6 finals MVPs. That means 6 times. All 6 times he went to the championship round, no one disputed the fact that he was the best player on the floor. His teams never went to a Game 7, so it is without a shot of a doubt, Michael Jordan is number 1 on our list as the top 5 greatest shooting guard of all time. Coming in at number 2 is also undisputable. That's Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant played with Los Angeles Lakers, and he won 5 championships with them. He played with them for 20 years, okay? 5 championships is 5 championships. You can say whatever you want to say, but in this list, in this top 5, we are talking about winners. And Kobe was a winner. He went to the championships 7 times, and he's 5 out of 7. He won his first 3 championships with Shaquille O'Neal in 2000, 2001, and 2002. And a lot of people doubted him and said, I don't know if this guy's going to be able to do it again. Then he did it again with Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum and Lamar Odom when he won it in 2009 and 2010 season. So Kobe Bryant comes in at number 2 on our list as the 2nd greatest shooting guard of all time. Number 3, I also believe, is undisputable. We have Dwayne Wade. Mr. Wade County himself with the Miami Heat. He's a 3-time NBA champion. He had one of the most historic playoff runs when he played against the Dallas Mavericks, when Shaq actually was traded from the Lakers to go play with them in Miami, and he single-handedly brought the Miami Heat back down from 0-2 to go ahead and win the championship. And a lot of people actually thought that Dallas had him dead, had him dead in the water towards the end of Game 3, but he came back and he just took over that entire series, and that's when D Wade made a name for himself. Since then, he ended up joining. Actually, LeBron and Chris Bosh ended up joining him in Miami, and he won an additional 2 more championships. D Wade is one of the greatest players of all time. Certainly, we have him in number 3 as our 3rd greatest shooting guard in the history of basketball. D Wade comes in at number 3. Number 4 is the logo himself, Mr. Jerry West, okay? Mr. Jerry West averaged 27 points, 6 rebounds, and about 7 assists for his career. Okay, he was an unreal player, and he had a lot of success, and he was the first person to win in Finals MVP on a losing effort. He actually won an MVP in losing, but he didn't really taste success until he actually went to go play with Wilt Chamberlain, and that's when he had his first NBA championship. But Jerry West is the logo, and not to mention the fact that he is the greatest general manager in the history of NBA basketball. And you can see a lot of things that are happening in the NBA, or even in the last 15 years. Jerry West has his hands written all over it, from drafting Kobe Bryant to working with the Golden State Warriors and now with the LA Clippers. Jerry West is the greatest executive, and we have him at number 4 on our list for the greatest shooting guard of all time. And coming in at number 5, this is probably going to raise some eyebrows, but I think if you sit down and you think about it, I think it's going to make a lot of sense to you. At number 5, we have Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, in my opinion, is the 5th greatest shooting guard of all time. Now, first of all, he's a 3-time NBA champion. He holds the record for the most points scored in a quarter with 37 points in a quarter. 37 points in a quarter. Now, it goes to say that when you're playing with this amount of spacing that they have in the game today, and you shoot at the level that he does, being one of the top 3 greatest shooters of all time with Stephen Curry, Ray Allen, and all these other guys, it's not hard to believe with the person that has the ability to catch and shoot like he does, that he can get as hot as he did and score 37 points in a game. But the point is, he's a champion. Klay Thompson is one of the best two-way players in the league. He is one of the best three-point shooters of all time. And most importantly, he is a winner. And I think that's important. That's the purpose of sports. I think winning is the purpose, and that's what allows us to differentiate certain athletes and other players from others. So there's no way you can see somebody. There are a lot of people that I think are better players than Klay Thompson that could have made this list, but they haven't won to the level that he has. And I think something has to be said for winning. We can't overlook winning. Some people may say James Harden or something like this. Yeah, you could say James Harden as an individual player. Sure, but there's no way you can tell me that James Harden hasn't won at the level that Klay Thompson has. You can say that he's played with Stephen Curry, whatever, but the case is he's won. Michael Jordan played with Scottie Pippen. Jerry West played with Wilt Chamberlain. Kobe played with Shaq. D. Wade played with LeBron James, Chris, but it doesn't matter. The purpose is that they won, and that's the whole purpose of team sports, and that's why I want to recognize Klay Thompson as the 5th greatest shooting guard of all time. Now, this is our list. This is what we think, and the whole purpose of sports is really getting into lively debates and conversation with you guys. So I'd like to know what you guys think. Who's your top 5? I want to know. Maybe you thought I left somebody out. Maybe you would change the order of the list. How would you rearrange the order in this list? That's what I want to hear from you guys. So it was a pleasure doing this video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. This is your first time to the channel and you love the video. I want you to check out some of our other videos. Leave a comment below, like the video, and make sure you subscribe. Wishing you a great day. This is Charles here from Dreamers Pro. Peace.